Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Mike Ruiz. Today is May the 3rd, and I woke up to a Bitcoin market that was down. And before I go into any other explanation, let me tell you that I want to say thank you to Brother John from the Bitcoin channel. He helped me out. Um, Basically, he saved me some money. He put out a video on his analysis on the Bitcoin market, and what he found was that he sees a correction coming. And he said this at about 140. Last time I saw his video, he was spot on. And I decided to take his advice. I sold half my Bitcoins at about 140. 2 days later, it's down to 83. It didn't get to the $50, $60 range. Maybe it will. But I bought back at $83. So thank you, Brother John, for basically helping me acquire more Bitcoins than I had. And I'll be sending some donation your way. I don't know if you accept Litecoin because now all my stuff is in Litecoin. But anyways, thanks. I'm looking at the market. I don't know if we will get to the $50, $60 range. I doubt it. And let me tell you why. It looks like a lot more capital is going to be coming into this market very soon. Basically, what's happening is Mt. Gox has linked up with CoinLab. And what is going to happen is CoinLab is going to facilitate the depositing American deposits into the Mt. Gox exchange. And I think this is great because what you're going to have is an influx of capital. If you've ever bought Bitcoin, you can understand how difficult it can be. They're high premiums. I know, I've bought Bitcoins from I guess local Bitcoins from someone from localbitcoins.com, and I think they were charging 7% premium. So plus it's just a hassle. You gotta you gotta go to the bank, you gotta make a deposit. It's just a lot of physical work. You can't just do it from your computer. So it's just a real cumbersome to buy Bitcoins right now. And with CoinLab facilitating these transactions, I think it's going to be a lot more easier, a lot more faster. And you're going to see a lot more people who are interested in Bitcoins but are just discouraged because of the process to acquire them. They are now going to be entering this market. And I think it can only go up from here. That's my opinion. Now, you're also seeing a lot more businesses starting to accept Bitcoin. They're realizing that Bitcoin is a great facilitator for business. Transaction costs are virtually none. It's quick. It's anonymous. It's your client is set up to do your bookkeeping for you. So yeah, I mean, a lot more businesses across the world, San Francisco, Germany, China, all across the world, they're now starting to accept Bitcoin. And yeah, man, it's just good things are happening right now. I just read an article that someone was selling their condo and they will only accept Bitcoin. And this is from businessinsider.com. And so, I read another article from abc.com that someone was selling their house in Canada and wanting Bitcoin. They said they would accept Canadian dollars, but they rather have Bitcoin. So I think what we are seeing is the beginning of a paradigm shift. So pretty cool. I'm excited. So we'll see what happens. I just want to talk about Litecoin real quick. I like Litecoin a lot. I have all my I guess money in Litecoin, and I'll tell you why. Litecoin is going to be accessible to more people than Bitcoin as far as the mining is concerned. You're having the ASICs, and I guess the way I can describe it is ASICs are just basically like these super processors coming into the market, and when they hit, it's going to be a lot of competition. Difficulty level for Bitcoins is going to rise. How profitable it will be for people with GPUs, I don't know, but basically they're going to have to compete with these ASICs. So Litecoin basically at this moment is resistant to any of these like super computing mining processors. So people from around the world will have access to Litecoin a lot more easier than they will Bitcoin. And as cryptocurrencies are now just coming to the I guess public consciousness, um, you know, it's no guarantee that Bitcoin is going to be the currency of choice. And you know, when I'm thinking about a currency and how it's distributed, I like Litecoin better because it's going to be accessible to more people, and the more people that have Litecoin, the more, um, the more likely it is that it's going to be more accepted. So my idea of this is like, I mean, you're gonna have some kids in India, some poor kids in India, finding some, basically some old spare computer parts and putting together a miner, and they're gonna be able to, access Litecoin fairly easily, as long as there aren't these big processors specifically built for Litecoin mining. I mean, I put together a Litecoin miner, and I just want to say thank you to nworldsuck.com and DaVinci J. They helped me out put this miner together. Mining is not for me. I have a job where I can't be at home, and things will happen. The pool will go down. My breaker will pop. Something will happen, and I'll just come home. Maybe a week later to my mining rig sitting idle for the last 4 days, and yeah, it just wasn't for me. But kids out there, people who want to invest serious dough, like put together a whole operation, and I mean, you can make some serious money doing that. But yeah, like I said, it's just easy to mine Litecoins. I'm a newbie at all this. I'm learning as I go, and I was able to put together basically, I think I had 2.4 gigahashes going at one point, maybe 5. I don't know, one of those. But basically, it has 6 GPUs running, and I was making, when Litecoins was $4, I was making like $40 a day off of it. So, I mean, if you multiply that by, I don't know, 10, if you wanted to invest that money into mining, I mean, you're making $400 a day if you buy that equipment to do that. So, to each their own. I didn't like mining, but I do like Litecoin, and I can. If the other news is that Mt. Gox is supposed to pick up Litecoin as well as maybe some other cryptocurrencies. And I think if that happens, as well as the Coin Lab situation, you're going to have an influx of money, interest going into Bitcoin and Litecoin. I don't know about these other cryptocurrencies. I mean, who knows? We'll see. And yeah, that's about it. I'll tell you real quick, just in case this thing with Coin Lab, because there is a rumor about Coin Lab and Mt. Gox having problems. Whether this is just a rumor, we'll see. I think it is. But if it doesn't go down, I'll tell you another way I am buying Litecoin and Bitcoin. Basically, I'm going through Dwolla. Dwolla is like a payment system, and I'm going to the bitcoinranger.com, and he has these virtual cards that you can buy Litecoin and Bitcoin. It's like a Bitcoin money pack or Litecoin money pack, and we'll see how it goes. My money is supposedly supposed to be into Dwolla today, and I'll be making my purchase through the Bitcoin Ranger, and we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll put a review out there. But yeah, so I guess that's it, guys. Take care. Have fun out there. I mean, I think this is very exciting times we live in. I mean, just the idea of Bitcoin, and it's amazing. People are starting to really question and come to understand what money is. I mean, money is basically a representation of value, of labor, of someone's productive ability. And if money is manipulated and created from nothing, as the central banks are now doing, inflating the currency, I mean, the craziness that goes on, the distortions in the market, the booms and the busts, the poverty, I mean, all of that is because of the currency. And it's because the currency is not honest. There are dishonest people in charge of it, and I mean, there's a small group of people benefiting it, and a large group of people being left out there to dry. And what Bitcoin and Litecoin does, if it becomes popular, it takes that power away from these psychopaths in government and central banks, and it puts it back in the hands of people. And it creates an honest and fair way to transact. And it's an honest representation of your labor and an honest representation of value. So, I mean, I'm excited. I think we're in the beginning of a paradigm shift. And whether it happens or not, we'll see. But it's just exciting times to live in. All right. So take care, guys. Peace.